Hi, my name is Wyatt Brown. I'm the Purchasing and Logistics Coordinator here at ACDI, and today I'm going to go over assembling an RSX 1000 with you. So, as you see here, there are a lot of components on this table. We've got the stand, the base, the monitor, which is touch screen, all the screws and utilities that we'll need to put it together, as well as two different versions of a mini PC that will run the hardware that you see here. So, we're going to start by building the stand and the base. Now, these will come in two separate boxes when you get them in, and they are fairly heavy, so be careful when you're lifting them. But you'll start with this base right here, these 4 screws and an Allen wrench. And we'll just start by aligning this base with the stand and the holes right here and threading them through. And after you get all these screwed in tight, you can lift back up on this, and now you have fully assembled your stand with your base. Now the next step is going to be like this. You will take these keys right here that come in the box, open the back of the stand, where you will see these brackets from the back as well as the front. This is where we're going to mount your touch screen right here. In your package, you will get these screws right here with washers for your monitor. So at this point, we'll take the mount and your hardware, and we will line it up precisely where you would want it to be mounted. Now, on the back of your monitor, you'll see these 4 threaded holes. That's what we'll use to mount it. So you'll just line it up with your desired height and start pre-threading screws in so you can tighten them in after you get it desired where you want it. And now that I have it at the height that I want it, I can just tighten these 2 screws in and start threading in my others as well. It would help you drastically to have a screwdriver with a magnetic tip if you have one, because these screws can fall through here and they're not very fun to get out of this hole. And with that, you have successfully mounted your monitor to your stand. In your packaging, you will get multiple different cables. You'll get one HDMI cable, one touchscreen interface cable, and then your regular power cable for your monitor. At this point, we'll start feeding these through. So you will connect your AC. The order of this does not matter. And if you look right back here, you can see there's a port actually that we can feed the cable through. You can do this one of 2 ways. You can try to get it through this side or with this. I tend to prefer pushing this through a little easier this way. And then you'll just let this cable fall all the way through, and we will come back to it later. You'll do the same with your HDMI. Right here. We'll leave this hanging out the back for now because we'll have to grab it here in just a few moments. And then you'll take your touchscreen interface cable. You will do the same with it. On this side of your monitor, it's going to be the very last port that you're able to plug into right here. And we can thread this cable through the same hole that we threaded our HDMI cable through. And we will leave this also just hanging out the back, just like this. This leads us to our final step in the process. Now, here at ACDI, we are catering to the needs of your client. So we have 2 different options as far as a mini PC is concerned is what you see here. We have one with more storage for bigger facilities and one with slightly less. Now these are mounted in two different ways, so I'll go through this one first. Now, in this box, you will receive a few things. So you will get a bracket with screws as well as an HDMI. We will not be using these. And then you will receive your complete power unit for this device. So what we will be doing for this device specifically is we'll be taking out this portion of the RSX 1000 stand. You can access this from the back, just unscrewing these two and taking off the housing in the front right here. Now, this mini PC will fit snugly right here, just like this. But first, we'll go ahead and feed the cables through. Thankfully, there is a cutout right back here for all your cable needs to this portion of the stand. So we can go ahead and plug that in. And then the two cables that we left in the back, your HDMI and your USB to the touchscreen interface, you can feed through right here and plug these in so that your monitor is now connected with the mini PC. And we can feed the rest of these cables, the excess, back through the back of the RSX so they are not in our way. Just feed them right through here. Like so. For your power cables, for your monitor, as well as your mini PC, there's actually a cutout in the stand that you might have seen while we were assembling it on the very bottom of the unit. So what you'll want to do is you'll feed your cables all the way through this hole right here, and then you can link them through here so you can plug them into any adapter you have. Alternatively, let's say you have a bit of a smaller working environment. That is going to be this device right here. So in this packaging, you'll get the power, an HDMI, which will be extra, and the mini PC itself. So what we'll do with this is a little different than what we'll do on the last one. So we will be in the back of the stand. In your packaging, you will receive two pieces of Velcro, and you will mount this mini PC right here with that Velcro, right here. So you will just need to ensure that you plug the power in and feed it through just like we did the last, as well as the HDMI port and the USB for the touchscreen interface. After you have that all plugged in, you will just mount it with your double-sided Velcro right on the back of the device with these cords running through the bottom. And after you have it all plugged in, your system will boot up and you'll be ready to use your RSX 1000.